So if I was looking to sign up for my very first credit card this year, these are the 5 best beginner credit cards that I would be considering. So I've been opening and closing credit cards for years now. And in my opinion, if I was to do it all again, ideally for my first credit card, I would want to have a credit card that has a $0 or a low annual fee, because let's face it, we don't want to be spending hundreds of dollars just to use a credit card. We also want to be looking out for cards that have a low minimum income requirement and a low credit limit as well, because this means it's going to be much more likely that you're going to be approved even if you're not earning a full-time wage yet. And lastly, it should still come with some great benefits as well. Whilst a lot of high-end credit cards like the American Express Platinum card are known to have some of the best travel benefits out there, sometimes less is more. Now, today's video is sponsored by Outback Briefs. More about them shortly, but let's hop straight into the video. The first card on today's video is the Westpac Altitude Platinum card, which is actually a card that I've personally had in the past. So just because the cards on today's video are great for beginners doesn't mean that other people who have been opening and closing credit cards for a long time can't sign up for these as well. So firstly, what does it cost? Well, the card usually has an annual fee of $175, but if you're an existing Westpac customer, then it actually reduces all the way down to $0. Not only that, but you get some great benefits as well with a sign-up bonus of up to 120,000 Altitude reward points. You'll receive 90,000 points in the first year after you've spent $3,000 on eligible purchases within 90 days, and an extra 30,000 points after your first eligible purchase in the second year. Now, the 90,000 reward points in the first year are worth at a minimum 0.4 cents per point. So at a minimum, you'll be receiving $360 in cash back. If you'd rather transfer your points to a frequent flyer program, then you have a variety of different options to choose from, with the ability to transfer points to KrisFlyer, Virgin Australia, and more. And the redemption value is typically going to be higher as opposed to redeeming those points for cash back. So it's really going to be up to you as to whether or not you keep the card for more than 1 year. The card also comes with international travel insurance and other insurances as well, like extended warranty and purchase protection, to pretty much cover you whilst you shop online or overseas. Not only that, but the minimum credit limit is $6,000 and the minimum income required is only $30,000 as well. So it has a low barrier to entry, meaning people working part-time jobs can still apply. So we can see that there are a lot of benefits packed into this card for $0 in the first year. Honestly, there's not much more you can ask for in someone's first credit card. Now, before we move on, I wanted to briefly talk about the sponsor of today's video, Outback Briefs. If you're like me and busy with your day-to-day life and don't have time to read the newspaper, but still want to be kept up with the latest Australian business news that's happening around Australia, then Outback Briefs has got you covered. Outback Briefs gives you the latest Australian business news in less than 5 minutes with their free daily newsletter sent directly to your email. I always read through the newsletter every morning whilst I'm having my morning coffee. It gives me a quick snapshot of how the stock market did the day before, and then 3 to 4 different business related articles that have been trending in Australia in an easily digestible and entertaining format. So sign up to Outback Briefs using the link in the description and stay up to date with what's happening around Australia. It's totally free, so there's really no risk to you. The second card on the list is the Velocity Flyer credit card. Now, it's actually not often that we have a beginner credit card being able to earn frequent flyer points, because they're usually reserved for much more premium credit cards that also come with a higher annual fee as well. But this one's a little bit different. Now, whilst it does have an annual fee of $149, it is reduced in the first year down to $74. Now, yes, this card doesn't have a $0 annual fee, but $74 is still pretty low in the world of credit card fees. And the benefits that come along with this card more than makes up for the annual fee that you're gonna have to pay. Firstly, as a sign-up bonus, you'll earn up to 60,000 bonus Velocity points, where you'll receive 30,000 points each month you spend more than $1,500 in the first 2 months. For reference, those 60,000 Velocity points are enough to fly you from Sydney to Bali in economy. On top of that, you'll also receive a $129 travel credit to use with Virgin Australia, which that alone offsets the annual fee. When you add that travel credit plus the free flight that you could potentially redeem with those 60,000 points, you're easily getting hundreds of dollars of value out of this card. The one drawback I have with this card is that it doesn't actually come with complimentary travel insurance. It does have the same insurances like before to cover you whilst you shop, but nothing whilst you travel. It also has a low minimum credit limit of just $6,000 and a minimum income requirement of also $35,000 as well. So once again, you shouldn't have any issues getting approved for this credit card. The third card on the list is the Amplify Rewards Platinum card. As a sign-up bonus with this card, you can earn up to 100,000 Amplify reward points when you spend more than $3,000 on eligible purchases within 90 days of the new card approval. And those 90,000 points are worth at a minimum $450 in gift cards or cash back. The annual fee is usually $124, but if you're an existing St. George customer, then they'll waive that to $0 for the first year. Now, if you're not an existing St. George customer, then you can easily sign up to their everyday transaction account, which only takes around 5 minutes and is totally free to do. And they even have a promotion right now where you can earn up to $40 cash back when you shop with Woolworths and Coles, so another benefit as well. This card is the most comprehensive when it comes to insurances related to travel. Not only does it come with complimentary travel insurance, but it also comes with inconvenience insurance and transit accident insurance as well. The minimum credit limit is also $6,000, and whilst the card doesn't state the minimum income requirements, companies usually set this based on the minimum credit limit required, so we can safely assume that anywhere between that $30,000 to $35,000 should be sufficient to be approved for this card. So another great card, and it even gives you more cash back than the Westpac Altitude card that we talked about earlier. The fourth card on the list is Westpac's low rate card. Now, this is a card that was actually designed for beginners. The main difference between this low rate card and other cards on today's list is that this one has a lower ongoing interest rate of just 13.74% compared to the standard 20% interest rate. Now, whilst a lower interest rate is good, my recommendation is to always pay off your credit card balance in full every single month. This way, you're not paying any interest at all. If you can't pay for your credit card balance in full every single month, then I'd actually recommend not signing up for a credit card. Whilst I love credit cards for the rewards and benefits that they give me, they can be a harmful tool if used incorrectly. Now, as a sign-up bonus for this card, you can earn up to $350 cash back, which is broken up into $50 per month for each month that you spend more than $1,000 for the first 7 months. There is an annual fee of $59, which is the lowest ongoing annual fee on the list, but as always, if you're an existing Westpac customer, you can just get that waived for the first year. Other than the cashback offer, there's really no other perks and benefits with this card. Because it is a low rate card targeted at beginners, it's pretty much a no frills credit card. The credit limit on the card is just $500, whilst the minimum income requirement is also $30,000 as well. The last card on the list today is the American Express Essential Rewards card. Now, I just recently made a full video talking about this card, but I couldn't leave it off today's list. If you're wanting to start earning American Express reward points and be able to travel for free around the world, then I believe this is the best credit card for beginners. American Express has arguably the best credit card reward program in Australia because you can transfer your points to over 9 different partner airlines, giving you the most flexibility when redeeming reward flights. And the Essential Reward card gives you a sizable sign-up bonus to kickstart your points earning journey. You can earn 20,000 Amex reward points for each month that you spend at least $1,000 for the first 4 months, meaning in total you can earn up to 80,000 bonus Amex reward points. For reference, those 80,000 points could be transferred to Cathay Pacific and get you a return reward flight from Melbourne to Hong Kong in economy. Or if you just want cash back, at a minimum, those 80,000 Amex reward points are going to be worth $400 in cash back straight into your pocket. Now, the card does have a monthly $9 fee, which equates to $108 per year, but the card has accelerated earn rates where you can earn up to 5 Amex reward points whenever you dine out or use food delivery services. You'll earn 3 reward points whenever you pay for streaming services using this card, and then 2 points whenever you shop at select retailers. You'll be able to earn Amex reward points at these accelerated rates for the first 10,000 membership reward points that you earn each month, after which will then reduce to just 1 membership reward point per dollar spent. For reference, the Platinum card, which is American Express's most premium credit card, only earns a flat 2.25 points per dollar spent. So in my opinion, this card is a pretty amazing card for beginners. American Express doesn't talk about the minimum income requirements, but because this card replaces the old Essential card, I would imagine that the requirements aren't too strenuous, and as long as you have your credit scored in good holding, then you shouldn't have any issue applying and getting approved for this credit card. And those are the 5 beginner credit cards that I would recommend in 2024. Let me know what cards you guys are currently using, because I would love to know. If you guys have any questions at all, make sure to leave me a comment and I'll ensure to try and respond back as quickly as I can. And if you're interested in learning more about credit card hacking and how you can use credit cards to basically travel for free around the world, then make sure you check out this video right here.